Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 5-5, Proportional and Non-Proportional Relationships. This lesson is found on page 206. Today we will identify proportional and non-proportional relationships in tables, as well as describe a proportional relationship using an equation. When we look at a ratio, for example, of, let's just draw up an example here of, let's say 1 out of 2, or for like every time you have an apple, I have 2 oranges, right? That means when you have 2 apples, I will have 4 oranges. When you have 3 apples, I will have 6 oranges. Okay, this is a proportional relationship because they're both moving at a constant rate. Every time I have this number of oranges, you will have half of what I have in apples. So what is a proportional relationship? Two quantities are proportional if they have a constant ratio or rate. The constant ratio is called the constant of proportionality. For example, here, cost and number of wristbands. We have $6 for 4 wristbands, $9 for 6 wristbands, $12 for 8 wristbands, okay, and so on. This is a proportional relationship. The total cost number of necklaces, $6 for 4 necklaces, then 10 for 5. Over here it's half, right? You pay $2 for each necklace, but over here you're not paying $2 for each necklace, if you see here. Okay? If it were $2 each necklace, it would be $8 on the top. So this is not proportional. And then over here, $15 for only 6 necklaces. So we went up by 1 necklace, but we went up all by $5. This is non-proportional. So the first one is the total cost is proportional to the number of wristbands purchased. The constant of proportionality is 3 over 2. Okay? You can see if we simplify this, it would be 3 over 2. Here we have 3 2s and 2 2s. Here we have 3 3s and 2 3s. Here we have 3 4s and 2 4s. So overall it's 3 over 2. However, the rates for the necklaces are not constant. For relationships in which the ratios or rates are not constant, two quantities are said to be non-proportional. This is non-proportional. For example 1, we're going to look at a table and see right here, if this table is proportional or not. Without even reading it, we're going to talk about cost and coffee and so on. But let's just explore the table and see if it's proportional. Okay, we have 1 pound of coffee for $3. Okay, so our relationship is 1 to 3, right? Or you can write it as a ratio 1 to 3. And then we double the number of pounds, and look, the number of dollars double. Then we triple it. You see that? We tripled it from there to there, tripled the amount, and look at that. It also triples, the 3 triples. We quadruple it, and the 3 also quadruples. So yes, it is proportional. Okay, let's try it now. Determine whether the number of legs are proportional to the number of spiders. If the relationship is proportional, identify the constant of proportionality. Explain your reasoning. Okay, let's see. Every time we have 1 spider, we have 8 legs. This doubles to 2. Does this double? Yes, to 16. This triples from 1 to 3. It triples. Does 8 triple to 24? Yes. The 1 triples to or quadruples to 4. 8 times 4, 32. Yes, it is proportional. So what is our rate? Well, our rate is 1 spider has 8 legs. Okay, that's our basic. It is proportional. We can say yes, it's proportional, and our rate is always 8 to 1 or 1 to 8. 1 spider for 8 legs. So simply just answer yes right there and say that it's 1 to 8. Each rate is equal to 8. Here we're going to determine whether, for example, whether the distance is proportional to the time traveled. Okay, so it's distance proportional to time. If we keep a constant rate, it should be. But let's see here. Let's zoom into the table again. We can tell quickly. Time, 1 hour. Okay, in 1 hour we drove 50 miles. Okay, great. In 2 hours, that means we should drive 100. Because if it doubles, it must double here. No, it doesn't double. We only drove 20 miles in the 2nd hour. If this were constant, this should triple. This should be 150, but it's not. It's 90. Okay, so this is definitely not a proportional relationship. And I think it says that right there There we go, there it is. Yes, the distance is non-proportional or not proportional to the time. Let's see number 2. Oh, I can tell it's already an example of something that is not proportional. Okay, determine whether the number of ice cubes is proportional to the number of drinks. Let's see. We have drinks. One drink has 6 ice cubes. So every drink should have 6 ice cubes. When I have 2 drinks, this doubles. This must double to 12. It doesn't. It jumps by an additional, looks like to be 8. And then here, if it triples, this should triple to 18. No, too many. So this is also not proportional. So what do they want us to do? Identify the constant of proportionality. Explain your reasoning. And here's your answer. Therefore, it is not proportional. The ratios should be 1 to 6, 2 to 12, and 3 to 18 because this is your base. This is your unit rate right here. 1 is 6. So if this triples, this must triple. Okay, for example 3, we're going to do a little geometry. A circle's circumference is the distance around the outside. I always think of the word circle and circumference, and that helps you remember. A circle's circumference is proportional to its diameter. Use the figure to find the constant of proportionality. Then write an equation related to the circumference of the circle to its diameter. What is the circumference of a circle with a 6-inch diameter? Okay, they're asking us for a 6-inch diameter, but first they're giving us this example. And here's what they want to tell us. We have a circumference of 12.56 centimeters. Okay? See that right there. And we have a diameter. I always remember the word diameter because it starts with di, like the word distance, diameter. The diameter is the distance across. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this circumference, okay, the circumference, I'll change colors, make it easier to see. The circumference will be divided by the diameter. And that's going to tell us our relationship. When you take the distance around and you divide it by the diameter, you actually get something that we call pi. Okay, and pi, or you can work the other way around. You can multiply the diameter times pi, so the distance around times pi, and you'll always get your circumference. Okay? And you can see what I just wrote here. Okay, you have the circumference on the top, the diameter on the bottom, so you divide it. You have 12.56 divided by 4, as shown here by our circle. Okay? And it's going to equal, when you divide the top by the bottom, 3.14. And we know that 3.14 is pi. Is that written anywhere? And the circumference is about 3.14 times the diameter. It's that much bigger. Okay, every time. So when you have a line through a circle, the line around the circle, the circumference, is going to all be about 3 times larger. Wow, that's an awful circle. Now they want us to do it with a diameter of 6. Remember, as the question stated up here, the diameter of 6. So let's do that. We have a diameter of 6. So we're just going to replace our circumference. We already figured out that this is the relationship, which is pi. Remember, 3.14 is pi. We have pi times the diameter is going to give us our circumference. When the diameter changes to 6, our circumference will be 18.84. The circumference is about 18.84 inches. Let's try number 3. The cost for 2.5 pounds of meat is $7.20. Find the constant of proportionality. Then write an equal relating cost to pounds. How much will 4 pounds cost? Okay, first I need to find out my unit rate. How much is it for 1 pound? So what I'm going to do is I can divide $7.20, 7.2 divided by 2.5. That's going to tell me my price per pound. And when I do that, now if you don't have a calculator handy or anything like that, you can divide this as 25 divided, or 72 divided as 25. You can move the decimal place over, or you can also do it as 7 and 1/5, which you know how to do this, divided by 2.5. You know how to divide mixed numbers, right? That would be the other way to do it. I figured that it was 2.88. Now that's how much 1 pound is. So 2,088 per pound. So LBS libras for 1 pound. Okay, that's they were asking us to find the constant of proportionality. There it is. Okay, then write an equation relating cost to pound. It's the same. It's the same thing. And how much will 4 pounds be? So I can just, if I'm going to quadruple the 1 to 4 pounds, I must do the same to the 288. And when I quadruple 288, I actually get $11.52. So there it is, guys, 4 pounds. I hope you're not reading this as 41. It's actually 4 pounds. Okay, this is LBS, libras. Alright, and that's it for today. We'll see you in class.